This is the Business Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
I'm excited about our guest today, Oscar Trimboli. He is on a quest to create 100 million deep listeners in the world. That's awesome. Oscar, it's a privilege to have you on with us today.
G'day, Derek. I'm looking forward to listening to your questions.
I'd love to pick your brain all day on this. Is so great, but can you get us into one more level? I mean, you talked about the 5 levels. Listen to yourself, listen for content, listen for context, what's unsaid for meaning. Remove distractions, drink water, breathe deeper. What a few other tips. I mean, I'm taking big notes here because these are such practical things, and what a game changer it actually is. Imagine if my team was doing this internally with each other and with our vendors and with our clients. I get it.
Yeah, look, 3 years ago, one of the biggest changes Google implemented in meetings for more than 6 people is they have 1 minute of silence at the beginning of the meeting. Some leaders have a guided meditation that they do with that, but most leaders at Google, and it's the most commented on thing in terms of improving meeting productivity, but also employee engagement. For you as executives and business owners and entrepreneurs out there, Level 4, listening for what's unsaid. This is the ninja move. If Yoda from Star Wars was sitting down with us around a little log fire, he'd be saying to us, listen for what's unsaid, which is completely counterintuitive. But another rule about the neuroscience of listening, I speak at 125 words a minute, yet I have 900 words per minute stuck in my head. So I think at 900 words per minute on average. Some people can think way up to 1,500, 1,600 words per minute on average. So if you think about the maths of this, Derek, there's an 11% chance, 1 in 9, that the first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth is what they actually mean. So a skillful leader won't try and engage in the dialogue or on the first thing that people say. Here's 3 things you can practice to explore what's unsaid. And when you do this, what you'll notice is people will take a deep breath, they'll sigh, their shoulders will change position, and they'll go, well, actually, Derek, what we should be talking about is, or they'll say, well, what I meant to say was, or they'll say, now I've had time to think about it a little longer, we should be talking about this rather than that. So here's the 3 phrases you want to get awesome at practicing, and they're really simple phrases. First phrase is, tell me more. Next phrase, what else? And the third phrase, you need to lean in and listen carefully. This is one's a little bit more complex. Here it is. So don't worry, I didn't drop out. It's silence. So in the West, we have an awkward relationship with silence. We call it the awkward pause. We call it the pregnant pause. We call it the deafening silence. In the East, in ancient cultures, in great traditions of storytelling and story listening, the Inuit of North America, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, the ancient tribal cultures of Africa and South America, and in Australia, the Aboriginal and the Polynesian Islanders and the Maori cultures, silence. It's a sign of wisdom, it's a sign of authority, and it's a sign of respect. Now, what happens, Derek, if you ask these or use these 3 really simple phrases? That person will start to think about what's really critical, because the likelihood that the first time they say something is what they mean, you've got better odds going to Las Vegas on a roulette wheel, to be honest.
Derek Champagne here. I want to connect with you if you're listening to the Business Leadership Series. We can connect on LinkedIn or send me a message at derek@derekchampagne.com. I look forward to connecting.